But now the United Nations is getting ready for a contact with aliens from outer space. This is Moslin Othman. She's out of Malaysia. She will be planet Earth's first interstellar diplomat. And Michio Kaku's a theoretical physics professor, also host of the Science Channel series, Sci-Fi Science Physics of the Impossible, which is doing great, by the way. How are you doing, by the way?
Very good.
Nice to see you, Michio. And I don't know, is this a goofy idea? Is this a serious idea? What the world is the UN doing involved in this?
Well, don't expect flying saucers to land on the White House lawn anytime soon, announcing, "Take me to your leader." It sounds like a goofball idea, but here's the rationale. Sometime later this year, maybe early next year, astronomers will announce that we have discovered Earth-like twins in outer space. And when we gaze out the night sky, somebody may be gazing back at us.
Mexican Air Force pilots capturing on videotape what are said to be 11, count them, 11 UFOs, unidentified flying objects. They are officially there. Bright objects, some sharp points of light moving quickly across the sky. The tape called historic by some. Members of the Mexican Defense Department saying it's the first time UFOs have had the backing of any country's armed forces. Now, a group of activists calling on the United States government to end what it says is an embargo on the truth about extraterrestrial life.
70 years worth of secret documents containing eyewitness accounts of UFO sightings have been released by the Defense Force. Defense says it hasn't got the resources to analyze them, but UFO enthusiasts are excited, with one saying it's best to get any UFO secrets out into the open. Emma Jolliffe reports.
The 12 volumes of documents date back to 1952. Here's an illustration of a UFO from 1953, a drawing from someone with a fertile imagination from 1959, and a response to an eyewitness account from Defence Minister of the day, KJ Holyoake. The 2,500 pages containing reports...
Well, this was 9,000 pages of documentation released just a couple of weeks ago. And that's interesting in itself because, of course, the British government's position on this had always been the policy was to downplay the level of our interest and say that it was of no defence significance. And
this is significant for two reasons, Shepard. One, this is released by the Defense Ministry of Mexico. This is a message being sent to the United States government that Mexico and many other governments are losing patience with our government's intransigence in ending this embargo. Other messages have been sent by France in 1999 with the Cometa report, and by the United Kingdom when they released a substantial number of documents regarding the Bentwaters case in 2000. Many countries know about the extraterrestrial presence, but they deferred to the United States with regard to the timing of when disclosure would take place, but they're simply losing patience.
Shocking allegations that UFOs have interfered with missiles at U.S. Air Force bases and aliens are monitoring nuclear warheads and bombs.
The UFO did in fact shut down several missile silos in Montana.
Declassified U.S. government documents and witness testimony from former or retired U.S. military personnel confirm beyond any doubt the reality of ongoing UFO incursions at nuclear weapons sites.
Our missiles began going into what's called a no-go condition or unlaunchable, essentially they were disabled, while this object was still hovering over our site, our launch control facility. And on two occasions that I can recall distinctly, they told us that UFOs were seen over the nuclear weapon storage areas at Loring Air Force Base, which was a SAC bomber base, as some of you may well know.
Regarding the missile shutdown incidents, my opinion, their opinion, is that whoever are aboard these craft are sending a signal to both Washington and Moscow, among others, that we are playing with fire, that the possession and threatened use of nuclear weapons potentially threatens the human race and the integrity of the planetary environment.
Disclosure is at hand. It is very close, and the American people need to prepare themselves very soon for an announcement from our government that there is, in fact, an extraterrestrial presence engaging this planet and the human race.